Hello, my friends. I want you to pause for a moment. Close your eyes unless you're driving, of course, and think about the most inexplicable thing that has ever happened to you. Something so uncanny, so persistent, that it felt like it had a purpose, as if the universe was trying to send you a message you couldn't ignore. That's what happened to me. And it all started with a number. Not just any number. This number changed everything. It began a journey I wasn't ready for, but looking back, I was already on it. That number is 137. And today, I want to share with you how it unraveled my understanding of the universe, of time, space, and the nature of reality itself. But before we get to 137, let me take you back to where it all began. In 2016, I began noticing the number 3 everywhere. At first, it was subtle. A receipt totaling £3.33. Waking up at 3:33 a.m. The third car in traffic always catching my eye. You know how, when you're learning a new word, you suddenly hear it everywhere. It felt like that, except different. More intentional. Then, 3 evolved. It became 13. Suddenly, I'd see 13 in license plates, on clocks, in books, and even in my dreams. I didn't understand it yet, but the synchronicities kept coming. Soon, it was 33, then 37. By this point, I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being led somewhere. That these numbers weren't random, but a kind of cosmic breadcrumb trail. And then it happened. The number 137 entered my life. I remember the first time I truly noticed it. Not just saw it, but felt it. There it was, staring back at me from a page I'd been reading, a page I almost skipped. 137, it read, bold and unassuming. But something about it gripped me. It wasn't just a number anymore. It was a question, a riddle, and somehow, an answer. From that moment on, 137 became everywhere. Receipts, books, conversations, and even in the silence. It whispered to me, nudged me, like it was inviting me to wake up. And so I followed it. I started researching everything I could about 137. I wasn't alone in this obsession, far from it. Some of the greatest minds in history were just as captivated. Richard Feynman, one of the most brilliant physicists of all time, called it the magic number. Wolfgang Pauli, the famed quantum physicist, believed it held the key to understanding the universe itself. Why? Because in the world of physics, 137 is tied to the fine structure constant, a fundamental number that governs the very fabric of reality. It defines how light interacts with matter, the building blocks of atoms, and the strength of electromagnetic forces. Without 137, the universe as we know it wouldn't exist. But here's where it gets even stranger. Unlike most constants, which are born from equations or derived from measurements, 137 is dimensionless. It doesn't have a unit. It simply is. It's like a fingerprint of the cosmos, etched into the very code of existence. The more I learned, the deeper I went. 137 isn't just a scientific marvel, it's steeped in mysticism. In Kabbalah, the ancient mystical tradition, the number 137 is tied to the word Kabbalah itself, which means to receive. It's a symbol of bridging the spiritual and the material, the divine and the earthly. Was this what the universe was trying to show me? That there was no separation? That science and spirit, time and space, self and other, were all just different ways of describing the same thing? I began to see 137 as a mirror, one that reflected both the infinite complexity of the universe and the simplicity of being. But the most profound revelation came when 137 led me to understand spacetime itself. If you've ever heard that space and time are illusions, they are, but only in the sense that they're not separate. They're one and the same, woven together in a tapestry we call reality. Think about this. The distance between you and me right now, whether it's physical or emotional, is just an illusion created by space. The time it took for me to discover this understanding is just an illusion created by time. 137 taught me that there is no separation. Not between you and me, not between past and future, not between here and there. And if there is no separation, then what does that mean? It means everything is connected. Every thought, every action, every moment, every number. Once I understood this, I began to see the world differently. Time wasn't something happening to me, it was something I was creating. Space wasn't a boundary, it was a canvas. And suddenly, 137 wasn't just a number anymore. It was a key, a map, and a reminder that I was never separate from the universe. I am the universe. Let me ask you, how often do you feel separate? From others? From your purpose? From yourself? What if I told you that separation isn't real? That the only thing standing between you and everything you've ever wanted is the belief that there's a distance to close? Let this sink in. The same forces that govern the stars govern you. The same constants that hold atoms together hold your life together. And the same number that once seemed like a meaningless coincidence, 137, holds the secret to unity itself. I don't want you to just hear these words. I want you to feel them. I want you to feel the truth of 137 in your bones. Because here's the thing, I didn't find 137. It found me. And now, through these words, it's finding you. So what does it mean? What is 137 trying to tell us? To me, it's simple. Stop looking for separation. Stop searching for answers outside of yourself. You already have everything you need. 137 is a reminder that you are the connection between the seen and unseen, the finite and infinite, the known and unknown. And maybe, just maybe, 137 isn't just a number. Maybe it's a portal, waiting for you to step through and see the universe for what it truly is, whole, infinite, and entirely within you. If this journey through the mysteries of 137 has sparked something within you, an idea, a feeling, a sense of wonder, then let's keep exploring together. There's so much more to uncover, so much more magic waiting to be found. If you enjoyed this and want to dive deeper into the profound connections that shape our universe, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Let's create a space where curiosity thrives and transformation begins. Together, we'll keep unraveling the extraordinary truths hidden in plain sight. Thank you for being part of this journey.